on my phone today. Okay, well, I've started the recording. So yeah, when Siddhas asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji, what is who is your guru, right? And he mentioned Shabad Guru Surt Tun Chela. That my guru is Shabad. It's not only physical person, not a human body. So no Guru Saban made his pictures. All the pictures which you see in Sikhism are it's somebody's making it. It's somebody's interpretation, somebody's thought about that. Oh, this is how Guru Sahib must be looking like. But pictures are not allowed in Sikhism because why? Because if you will use the pictures, you will get stuck with the pictures. So that's why it is very important when you choose the Guru Mantar, right? And for Sikhs, it is pretty straightforward. Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us this Guru Mantar. Guru Nanak Dev Ji started giving this Guru Mantar, Vaheguru. So it's very straightforward. So we have to stick with Vaheguru. And otherwise, Guru Nanak Dev Ji could have said, oh, jap my name, right? Say Guru Nanak. But no, he said Vaheguru, right? Because he wanted people to only get connected with the formless Vaheguru. Shabad Guru. Shabad is word, right? And one word which we use Vaheguru has a form, but we have to reach to the real word, which is so this word which has a form is called Gur Shabad because it came from Guru's mouth. But we have to reach to a Shabad which is called Anhad Shabad, which comes from Vaheguruji, and that Shabad is also formless. It is very important. I don't know how it happens. I will never understand how Vaheguruji arranges everything. This whole lecture actually is all about Asa Ki Vaar, third body which we are in. This is all about this the Shabad and how what the Vismat state is. Unfortunately, no translation I have seen at least which actually describes it appropriately. Any other question? Does it answer your questions, Howard?
Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, and the best time for me, to be honest, is always the night time, or you can say early morning time. I don't know if this word sounds familiar. Appraisal hours. I see that in translation, but I don't know. It is so appropriate in English, but in Punjabi it is Amrit Vela, right? Amrit Vela.
When I first met you at the Gurdwara.
Yeah.
3 in the morning.
Yeah. Amrit Vela Sachna Vadhyai Vichar, right? I mean, some people debate that, oh, every time is, that's fine. But morning time is because there is no noise outside, no distractions. It is the best time to sit in the meditation to do the Simran. Yeah. All right. So, if there are no other questions, we will start today's lecture.
Rezi, I have one question. So,
Yeah.
like reading Bani, how do you suggest it's the same as like how we do meditation? Like we should read out loud.
Yes.
Or, I mean, I prefer like listening. So, is it okay or?
Oh, yeah. Listening is very good. That's the whole idea. See, the whole idea for Gurbani as well as Simran is Gaviye, Suniye, Man Rakhiye Pao. Actually, yesterday, somebody invited me at their home in Fresno. There is a lecture, if you guys want to hear. It was a live lecture. The most of the topic was like that. So you can refer to that recording. But the whole technique is listening. You know, if we will not listen, our life is not going to change. So if there is a Gurbani stuk which come har har kare nit kapat kamave hirda shuddh na hoy. So it's from his mouth he's saying har har why guru, but in the daily life he's doing all sorts of bad things, right? Hirda shuddh na hoy, his mind will not be clean. It will be still filled with the dirt. That's why we see problems in gurdwaras. People are removing their turbans, and we see amritari people doing it. Why it is happening? Because they are, even if they are doing bani, I'm sure they are reading bani, but they are not listening. They are not listening to Guru's hukum. If we are listening and keeping it inside, then only our filth will go away, the dirt will go away. So listening is very important. Same technique for Gurbani, same technique for Simran. So Bani, if you are listening it, listen carefully and try to comprehend on every single word and see what exactly it means. Do a vichar of that, right? Whenever you will take a deep dive, your life will change with the Gurbani. Okay. Does it answer your
Like,
question?
yeah, right. But like, you will not understand all the words, right? So sometimes
Mark
when you
it.
don't understand,
Mark it.
huh?
Mark it. Mark it. Note it down. Try to research about it. Ask Gurmukhs.
Okay.
Research. Yeah, you need to. That's the whole idea. If you don't
Yeah.
understand something, note it down. Just like we do in academics, right? Right? So just note it down and try to understand. Because till the time we will not understand the whole word, and this particular body, it starts with Vismad, it actually totally talks about these things and how Vismad word has been misinterpreted in all the translations. I will not say misinterpreted. I will say it is more to it what they have mentioned. They have gone very basic into it, but it is a very in depth word. All right, so this is a good segue for us to start this body. So let's read it. All right, everybody should be on mute now. Slok Mahalla Pehla Vismad Nad Vismad Ved Vismad Ji Vismad Ped Vismad Roop Vismad Rang Vismad Nange Fire Jant ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਪੌਣ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਪਾਣੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਅਗਨੀ ਖੇਡੇ ਵਿਡਾਣੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਧਰਤੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਖਾਣੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਸਾਧ ਲਗੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਣੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਸੰਜੋਗ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਵਿਜੋਗ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਭੁਖ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਭੋਗ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਸਿਫਤ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਸਲਾ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਉਜੜ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਰਾ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਨੇੜੇ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਦੂਰ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਦੇਖੈ ਹਾਜ਼ਰਾ ਹਜੂਰ ਵੇਖ ਵਿਡਾਣ ਰਹਿਆ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਬੂਝਣ ਪੂਰੇ ਭਾਗ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਵਿਡਾਣ ਰਹਿਆ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਬੂਝਣ ਪੂਰੇ ਭਾਗ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. Here, Guru Nanak Dev Ji starts with Vismad. It's very important to understand the word Vismad. If we will not understand the word Vismad, we will not be able to take a deep dive. We will not be able to understand anything. In the translations in English, Vismad is written as wonderful. In Punjabi, in the translations, it is written as Ascharj.
The what?
Sorry?
You said it's written as a what? I didn't understand that.
Who is this? Vayu?
That's my name.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Vismad is wonderful. Wonderful. And in Punjabi, it is. Sorry, I just heard a sound and I was like, I was not familiar with it. So sorry about that. Yeah. So Vismad is wonderful. Wonderful. Right? And in Punjabi, it is called Ascharj. Ascharj. Right? Ascharj. That's the translation which has been given. And in English, it is called wonderful. Right? Now, the difference is Vismad is, these meanings are right, correct. But Vismad is more to this. Vismad is a state. Vismad is a state. In English, the closest word I have for that state is enlightenment. The closest word in English I have is enlightenment. But Vismad is a state where your thoughts are no longer there. Your journey towards Vaheguruji has either started or you have already met Vaheguruji. That is the state of Vismad. It is a very high avastha, very high stage. Then when you reach that stage, then everything you see around you, this nature, this kudrat, everything, the people you see, the animals you see, you will just have plants you see, the animal kingdom, the insects, even the filth in the world you see, everything you will see will be wonderful for you. At that stage, it will be only and only love. There will be nothing else. You will not be able to say, oh, this person is this is that, right? You will love everybody. Why? Because creation of Vaheguruji is perfect. There is nothing ugly in the creation of Vaheguruji. Everything you will see out there is gonna be beautiful for you. So now, with that understanding, we have to understand this whole slok of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, right? Because it's just easy to say, oh, wonderful, right? But do you actually feel inside you? Because when your mind is no longer there, you have killed your mind, and your mind is now one with Vaheguru, one with Atma, one with Paramatma, one. It has become one. There's no difference left. सब में जोत जोत है सोई है ना that jyot which is there is already part of Vaheguru now. मन तू जोत स्वरूप है अपना मूल पहचान. When mind has recognized itself, मूल ਨੂੰ पहचान लिया that I am not this physical body. I live in this physical body. When this physical body will end, I am not going to end my life. Actually, I am going to merge in Vaheguruji. I am already part of Vaheguru. This body is just a cloth. When you actually start realizing that internally, not just conceptually, maybe right now we understand all these things conceptually, but when you reach to that stage, you will realize it inside that yes, you are part. That is the state of Vismad. And see how it starts. Vismad Nad, Vismad Ved. What is Nad? Nad, actually literal again in the meaning of this word Tragun meaning, when Tragun is like below our eyebrows, right? Our senses. When we hear or when we talk about through our senses, Nad is the music which is by some musical instruments. Can be guitar, can be sitar, can be tabla, can be harmonium. That is Nad. That is the musical instruments. That is the sound. But when you go above your eyebrows, there is a Nad out here also. That music is also called Anhad Nad. That is your celestial music. That is also called the voice of Vaheguruji. The sound which is coming from Vaheguruji. But when somebody is going beyond above the surti, the mind is going above these eyebrows, he is in a vismad state. He or she doesn't matter at that point of time, because mind is also formless. For lack of better words, we say he, but you can call it a she also, it doesn't matter. Then that stage is that mind is continuously listening to the celestial music. And when that mind will look into this whole world, everything will be beautiful. The music will be beautiful. So wonderful is the music from the musical instruments. Vismad Ved. What is Ved? Again, Ved has two meanings. We need to be very careful about it. One Ved is the Vedas which were written in Hinduism, right? Their religious scriptures are called Ved. But then there is a Ved which refers to the knowledge. The knowledge, it can be anything, right? The wisdom. So Vismadnath, Vismad Ved, wonderful are the musical instruments. Wonderful are the knowledge which is like of this world and out of this world also. Vismad Ji, Vismad Ped, all the species, all the living beings are Vismad. And whatever goes in the mind of these living beings, that is also Vismad. So the thoughts which are going, so just imagine a person who is stressed out, he or she will have a different kinds of thoughts. A dog's mind will be thinking about different thing, maybe about food or something, right? Animals or different species will have different thoughts. So this whole creation is so perfect. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying to Vaheguruji, I don't know how you have created this creation, that it is like doing everything on its own, and so different type of things are happening in this whole world. So it is Vismad. It is wonderful. Vismad Roop, Vismad Rang. There is so much beauty. So much beauty in this whole world. So much nature, right? Okay, I don't know what happened here. Give me 1 second, Vaiguruji. Sorry, can you guys hear me now? Okay. Okay, we'll start. Vismad Roop, Vismad Rang, Vismad Nange Fire Jant. So there's so much beauty in this nature, so much different colors in this nature. Vismad Nange Fire Jant. Nange literally means not wearing clothes, right? If you see, the clothes are only the humans are wearing clothes, not the animals. Obviously the pets, sometimes the pets are wearing the animals, but in general animals are not wearing any clothes. So those jant, or those species which are, so that is also beautiful, because just imagine, the peacock has so much beautiful, so many beautiful colors. What if we will put a clothes on that? All the beauty of the peacock will go away, right? So that is wonderful, right? Vismad Roop, Vismad Rang, Vismad Nange Fire Jant. Fire means that they're walking nude. All these species are walking nude, or they're without the clothes, right? Vismad Pond, Vismad Pani. The air which is blowing is also Vismad. Vismad Pani. The water is also Vismad. It's so beautiful. So now if we'll think about it, right? When we are talking about Vismad here, right? Pond. Pond is a very important aspect. Without pond, without Pani, the living, there will be no life, right? And upon in Gurbani, in Japji Sahib, we say Pavan Guru Pani Pita. The first, the life starts with the pavan, the air which we breathe, right? If that air is not there, we can't breathe. That's why pavan is called guru, right? And pani is called father. So Maharaj is saying, Vismad Pond, Vismad Pani, Vismad Agni, Khede Vidani. Agni, what is Agni? Agan or Agni is fire. Maharaj says that again, without the fire, we can't cook food. Without the fire, we can't get a warmth. So that is also Vismad. Khede Vidani. Now, what is Khede Vidani? Khede Vidani is that there are different, what you call, Khed is a play. What Maharaj here is saying is that this is all your play which is going on, and this is also Vismad. This is also very beautiful, because every play, everything is your play. Remember, we talked about why we came here, right? Because this is all part of the play. We are just the the players out here. We are playing this game. This is a game of love, right? This is a game of love. But what are we doing? We are getting angry, we are getting frustrated, we are getting stressed out every day, but we are not understanding the game. The whole idea is that we understand the game. So it's just like, for example, somebody's traveling. You are in a bus. You are going from point A to point B. Let's say I'm in Yosemite today, so probably that is the only example I'm going to talk about. Let's say I started from Bay Area, I reached Yosemite, and let's say I traveled in a bus. In the bus, there will be 20, 25 more people, or more than that. At that point of time, for that 3 hours of journey, though all those people are there, they are travelers with me going for a journey, and everybody wants to reach Yosemite. Now it is up to me whether I take a fight with my travelers, whether I speak mitha, right? Whether I speak in sweet with everybody, whether I get angry with everybody, whatever I do, it all depends on me. It all depends how I behave and how other people also behave. Some people say that, hey, the other person was behaving not well, that's why I reacted. But that's fine if the other person is not behaving well. If we try to speak in mittha and if we try to ignore that person for the time being, right? Then it is good. Things are gonna settle down most of the time. But when if our surti has reached to a state, our mind has reached to a state of vismad, where we don't have any thoughts, these bad thoughts, there will be no reason these bad thoughts will come. Only the sattoguni thoughts will come. Remember, we discussed about sattogun? Compassion, dya, taram, santokh, satisfaction, stress free. That state will be always there, will not be stressed out. So that khed, that play, which Maharaj says, Vismad Agni Khede Vidani, that this whole world, Vidan, the whole world is playing this game, then we will understand this game. That the purpose of our life is to meet Vaheguru. All other things are distractions, especially it is election season in America right now, right? People are with the high voltage talking bad about whatever. I mean, I don't blame anybody because that's what the circumstances. But as a Gurmukh, we need to try to, disconnect from these things. News is the biggest distraction. We distract and we stand with the truth. We stand with the such. We stand with the truth. But doesn't mean we have to pass the comments and go to the social media and pass the comments against people or write stuff. That's not helping anybody. We need to disconnect ourselves from all these things which is happening around us and try to concentrate on our aim. Vismad Tarti, Vismad Khani. Again, all your creation, this earth, all these planets, all this universe, this is also Vismad. Just imagine, when you go out and the sky is clear, these days it's not clear because of the smoke, but when the smoke is not there and the sky is so clear, so beautiful stars. You just look into the sky. It's so beautiful. The creation is so beautiful. If the creation, if the Kudrat is, if the nature is so beautiful, how beautiful will be the Vaheguruji himself? Right? Just imagine. Creator, how beautiful the creator will be if the creation is so beautiful. So that is the love. It is the game of love. That love has to come within us. And more we read Gurbani and do the vichar of Gurbani and understand, the love will come. One secret which I am also trying to learn is try to do a mitha bol. Especially if we have little kids and all, we get sometimes, right? We can get angry with our kids and all that stuff. But we need to try to do a mitha bolna with the kids, right? Start from home, right? Sometimes we are good or we are better in front of other people, but when we come back home, our attitude is different. We speak in a different way with our kids, with our parents, or with our spouse. So we need to make sure that we continue. Remember, that's what we used in the start. Har har kare, nit kapat kamave, hirda shudh na hoy. That every day I'm saying something else to other people, but I'm behaving in a different way. So the lifestyle is very important to reach the state of Isman. If we want to reach to the state of Isman, we have to start, and trust me, the only one thing which can change us is Naam. But realization in our head that, hey, we don't have to cheat, we don't have to steal, we don't have to lie, we don't have to do nindya chugli. Very important for Punjabi families. Sorry, please forgive me for saying this, but we get involved in gossiping and slandering so much, so we have to avoid that. So once we will be in that mode, Vaheguruji will definitely do the kirpa and take us, bless us to the Vismad state. Vismad Tarti, Vismad Khani, Vismad Sad Lage Prani. Sad is swad, the taste, the flavors of food. Most of the people, including me probably, right? Most of the people are like so busy in the different tastes of the few food. But Guru Sahib is saying that is also Vismad. I see not the swad, that people are so busy in the tastes of because they have not tasted the real taste. The real ras is not there, the Vaheguru, the Naam ras is not there, and they are busy in tasting the foods and all that stuff. But that is also Vismad. Everything is wonderful. That reminds me of actually the Jap Sahib, the Gurbani written by Guru Gobind Singh Ji. And Guru Gobind Singh Ji is actually doing the very similar thing out there. Namastang Kale, Namastang Kripale, Namastang Rupe, Namastang Anupe, Namastang Pekhe, Namastang Lekhe, Namastang Kai. He's saying Namaskar. He's saluting Vaheguruji with the different names, the different characteristics of Vaheguruji. So same thing. It's all wonderful, so wonderful. But that state has to be experienced, has to be reached when our mind will have no thoughts, when our mind will go above our senses. I'm repeating it again and again. So we understand that Vismad is not a normal word. It is the state which comes when our mind, our surti goes above our senses. Vismad Sanjog, Vismad Vijog, Vismad Pukh, Vismad Pog, Vismad Sanjog. Sanjog is when two people meet or when families meet. So we in Gurbani, the word Sanjog is very important. We always say when some a boy meets a girl and they get married, we say, oh, they have a Purane Sanjog, meaning that they have the old Sanjog from the old births, that they were meant to meet each other at this birth. And that's actually very true, right? Whatever karams we do, if we all are right now sitting here and doing bhakti together, doing the Gurmat Vichar, we might have old sanjogs. We may be friends in the old birth. Maybe we were brothers and sisters in the old birth, right? And what happens is, whenever we leave our body, and if our mind has not merged with the Vaheguru, that means the mind will come in different Junes, in different 84 lakh June, maybe an animal, maybe insect, whatever it has to come to. It will all depends what all minds are available, Jeev Atmas available at that point of time. Whatever Jeev Atmas are available at that point of time, and if we have a sanjog with them, if we have a previous connection with them in the previous birth, we will get into the sanjog and come to that body. Maybe in the depending upon our karams, depending upon our action, whether we become animals or whatever, or a human body. If Vaheguruji, it's very difficult to get a human body. It's not a joke, right? But definitely we will go in a 84 lakh June. That's don't do anything. It's very easy to go in a 84 lakh June, right? Do one Gurmukh Pyare, he says that eat, drink, and marry, right? So then we'll definitely go in 84 lakh June for sure. But when we go to 84 lakh June, and whatever connections we have, whatever father, mother, kids, spouses we have, that comes from our old connections, old reincarnations, old births. That connection is there. So Maharaj here is saying Vismad Sanjog. That's also Vismad. That's wonderful how that happens automatically. Vismad Vijog. Sanjog is connection and Vijog is disconnection, right? So when we, for example, somebody dies, death gets disconnected. No family member is gonna go with them, right? That's why we say we came alone, we will leave alone. This body, in this body will be remaining here, and we will go back. That's Vijog. Vismad Sanjog, Vismad Vijog, Vismad Pukh, Vismad Pog. Pukh is hungry. Hungry not only for the food, hunger can be for other things also, can for other materialistic things also. Somebody can desire good clothes, cars, houses, TVs. Maharaj is saying everything is Vismad, your creation. That's their thoughts going on. That's beautiful how somebody is disconnected, somebody doesn't want any materialistic things, and so there are some people who really want materialistic things. Somebody will like, same family, somebody will love cars, somebody will love different things, right? So that's beautiful how that things happen, even in remaining in the same families also. Vismad Pukh, Vismad Pog. And when we get those things and when we use them, that is called pogna, right? And then we temporarily get satisfied. That pogna is we temporarily get satisfied, right? So if today I will eat something, again maybe in few hours I will be again hungry, so I would need more things. So that's also Vismad. That's also beautiful. Vismad Sifat, Vismad Salah, Sifat and Salah is the best part. What is Sift Salah? Jisno Bakshe Sift Salah Nanak Patshahi Patsha. Sift Salah is praises. When we are doing the praises of Vaheguru, that is called Sift Salah. That's one word. I mean, Sifat is a praises, Salah is basically when we are discussing about Vaheguru. So it's one and the same thing. Vismad Sift, Vismad Salah, Vismad Ujjad, Vismad Ra. ਉਜੜਨਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ again when we get separated, right? ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਉਜੜ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਰਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ what is ra? Ra is when we are on the right path, when we are on the path, that is called ra. When we normally in Punjabi we ask, we have to go somewhere, we say ਇਹਦਾ ਰਾਹ ਦੱਸੀ, please tell me the path. So Maharaj says that when we get separated, when we get astray from our path, that is also beautiful. When we are on the path, that is also beautiful. Vismad neda, Vismad dur. Some people think Vaheguruji is far away. Some people think Vaheguruji is very close, right? Dur is far away and nede is close. Vismad neda, Vismad dur. It all depends on person to person. Gurbani says haath ke nede, that Vaheguruji is closer than hand. It's here, everywhere. All this khali khala, all this empty space which we see around, right? Where when we look into the empty space, that empty space is nothing but Vaheguruji. That empty space is nothing but Vaheguruji. Any materialistic thing which we see here, that's that Vaheguruji can be inside that materialistic physical thing, but if you want to see with your naked eye, it's this empty space. So if you put a dhyan on this naked eye, there are techniques where you can put a dhyan on this empty space, and what will you see is Vaheguruji. That empty space is also, that's why it says haath ke nede. Next line is also very close. Vismad dekhe hajara hajur. Hajara hajur, that is, it is present all around us, everywhere. Hajur is Vaheguruji. He is present here. Hajara hajur. He is present everywhere around us. All this khali khala, all this empty space is nothing but Vaheguruji. But you have to put a dhyan on this khali khala, on this empty space to see Vaheguruji.
Really? But like Vaheguruji is formless, right? I mean, it's an energy, right? You can say it's an energy.
Okay, so what is the form of that energy? Let me ask you.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm. So like you say, you can see, but like it's a formless, right? So
yeah, so you see formless Vaheguru from your mind.
And when you say you meet Vaheguru, like I mean, like how do you? I mean,
it's okay. Whatever is in your mind, say it.
Yeah, I mean, like how do you meet or see? Because like when you say you met Vaheguru. Right?
No, I didn't.
No. I mean,
yeah.
When you say means like when anyone's.
Yeah. So again, I've not been there, but conceptually I do understand, right, from the Gurbani. When you meet Vaheguruji, is your mind is meeting Vaheguruji, right? Not your physical body. First, very clear. Let it be very clear. It's not the physical body. Vaheguruji is not come in front of us in the physical form, because he's formless. For lack of better words, I'm saying she is formless. You can say, right? But you can still hear him, right?
Yeah,
you can still hear him. You can see him. Mostly the word is used as prakash, in the form of light. But I try to avoid saying that, because when we say light, we might refer light to the tube light or to the bulbs, or to the light which is outside. It is way beyond that. Actually, within Asa Ki Vaar, we heard about that, right? Suraj chade hajar. Right? That thousands of suns, that kind of a light. That's what I'm saying. When actually, if we are looking straight, our focus is always on some physical thing out there, right? But if with Vaheguruji's kripa, we look in the middle, right? There's a technique. If we look in the middle, outside also we can see Vaheguruji. We can see that jyot. We can see that prakash. But it happens only with the kripa of Vaheguruji, right? When we get an ability to see much larger the way, because right now, currently, if I see around, there is a fridge, my focus will be in the fridge. But what is in between fridge and me? That empty space, what is it? That what is that khali khala? Let's say if even we remove the air from there with some scientific process, or we create a vacuum, right? Like, right? But still that empty space is still gonna be there. What is that empty space? Right? Vismad dekhe. That's what I say. Then when you are in the state of Vismad, you will see that. Dekhe Hajra Hajur. Then you will see Vaheguruji in everybody and out of everybody also. You will actually see Vaheguruji first, then you will see the person. Right? So that's it's a beautiful thing. It is something like, at the end of the day, the words are not enough. It's a gunge ki mathiyai. Right? People who will experience that, you can experience that, right? I mean, I'm from Amritsar, right? There is a famous dish in Amritsar called aloo wale kulche, right? And if somebody has not eaten aloo wala kulcha, right, they can't tell you what is the taste of that aloo wala kulcha, right? I can't explain you the taste, right? So it is something we all need to experience that, and that's our journey, right? The first step is removing our thoughts. Once we remove our thoughts, then that journey starts, right? Then we reach to the state of Ismat. So this is very
And
encouraging. Hanji.
and Rishi, so when you say, like, when someone meets Vaheguruji, where do they go? Like, so if we don't meet Vaheguru, we'll go in like 84 lakh June, right?
It's not so simple. It's not so simple, right? It's not that if we don't meet Vaheguruji in this birth, we will. It depends how much naam di kamai we have, right? At the end, the last moment also matters. It's all Gurbani. Gurbani talks about it, right? अंत काल जो लक्ष्मी सिमरे ऐसी ऐसी चिंता में सो मरे है ना वो कहते the person who will do the worshipping or who is busy collecting the money, he or she will become a snake. A person who is always thinking about the properties and the big houses and all, or is so much connected with his or her house, that person will become a ghost, right? So but then antkal jo Narayan simre, that the person who will be thinking only about Vaheguru, then that person will be merged with Vaheguru, right? So it depends where our thoughts are, whole life where our thoughts went, where we did a kamai. We did a kamai of this Maya, of this physical things, or we got connected with the Vaheguruji. Even if we got connected with Vaheguruji a little bit, Vaheguruji will do kirpa. And mostly these kind of, if somebody has not merged with Vaheguruji but has japt the naam, most of the times these kind of minds, they will go in Devlok. They will go in Devlok, right? And they stay in the Devlok. Devlok is a place, it's a realm where they are there, and the food for them is naam. So, I don't know, we discussed in the previous lectures or
Yeah.
not. I think we did discuss,
Yeah, we
right?
discussed.
Right. So if you are hungry, wherever the naam jap is happening, in the gurdwaras, in the mandirs, in the masjids, wherever the talk about Vaheguruji is happening, their food is naam, right? But where I will say where the meditation is happening, where the simran is happening, even if somebody is doing Allahu, Ram, Ram, Har Har, they will go there. If somebody was from the Muslim faith, they will probably go there. If somebody was connected with the Sikh faith, probably they will go in gurdwaras or find those people to get their food. And at the appropriate time, Vaheguruji will give them the form, a different form. Some Gurmukhs also say that actually they look for the parents where they want to go back again. And Gurus have give them that liberty that they look for those parents where they want to go back again, so that they can get merged with Vaheguruji, because only the human form is the form where you can actually get connected with Vaheguruji. So that's why it is very important, and it is very difficult to get. And as we see the times which we are living in, this Kali Yuga, the more time this has passed, right? we see that it will be, I think, very difficult to find those kind of parents also in future. Very rare who are actually giving that knowledge to their kids that okay, the aim of your life is to meet Vaheguru. You know, so that's why it is very important that we start recognizing Vaiguruji in this birth, right? Let's do, there are two lines left. Let's do 2-3 minutes of Simran and we will complete our lines. Why Guru, 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 Guru, why 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 Guru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਵੇਖ ਵਿਡਾਣ ਰਹਿਆ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਨਾਨਕ ਬੂਝਣ ਪੂਰੇ ਭਾਗ। Maharaj is saying that seeing this miracle, this Vidan, this whole world creation, this miracle of yours, I am in a state of Vismat. By seeing this whole beautiful creation, I am in Vismal. And Guru Sahib says, Nanak boojan pure pag. The fortunate are those who will understand this game, who will understand this whole play. They are the fortunate. Bujjan, jede bujjange. The people who will understand this, they are the people who will find that out. The pure pag. they are the fortunate ones. The rest are all unfortunate. Because why unfortunate? Because we think this body is permanent. We think our kids are permanent. We think our parents are permanent. Our spouse is permanent. Our car is permanent. Even if we lose our car, even if I lose our house, then what happens? We need to get that back. We are so much connected with the outside world. We are so much connected with this body that we think that this is our body. We forget. Remember last time we talked about the Sakhi of Duni Chand? With just one needle, Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave him that, hey, take this needle and I want this needle back in the next birth. In the night, he understood when his wife talked with him, hey, this body is not going to go with us. How come this needle will go back? He goes back to Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He says, you opened my eyes. I cannot give you this needle to you. Then Guru Sahib says that all the money which you are collecting, how come this money will go with you? So if we will understand this inside, then if we will lose our iPhone or our, the iPhone is broken, we will not have any problems. It's okay. It was meant to be broken. We'll not get upset. Oh, today we got iPhone 11. It got broken just now. Happens, right? We get stressed out. Small things. But if we'll understand this game, then these things will not matter to us. Right? But that stage, the ultimate stage, that stage of Vismat, we all desire to reach that stage. And if we are not desiring, we are anyway dead. Doesn't matter when the death is going to come, because it doesn't matter anymore. Because the life is that person who has that love and tadap, what is the English word of tadap?
Suffering. Is it the suffering?
No, I want to ecstasy. No,
Desire. No,
huh?
it's not. It's not desire.
Kind of desire, very close to the desire. Yeah, that strong desire, right? That belongingness, that I want to connect back to Vaheguru. That if that should be the only desire we should have. Alright, Ji, I think today's time is done, and next week we will start with the Kudrat Disse, Kudrat Suniye, right? Next week. Any questions if you guys have, you can ask me. Otherwise,
How is Yosemite?
let me stop the recording, Vaheguru. Vaheguru.